Good evening, everyone. My name is Peter Slavin. I have the privilege of being the president of Mass General Hospital, and it's really an honor to work with people like Dan Haber and his passionate and very talented colleagues across this cancer center. It's also an honor for me to be able to call Jonathan Kraft a friend of mine. He and I were business school section mates, and we are very fortunate that he is now a trustee of this hospital, and we are so grateful that he and Patty have led this dinner for the last 4 years and turned it into this incredible success. So please help me thank Jonathan and Patty for their great work. In fact, we are very grateful to Jonathan's entire family for the active role that they play in our community. Not only are they so supportive of Mass General, but other hospitals in this region. You heard that the enemy is not other hospitals. The enemy is cancer and heart disease and mental illness. And not only do the Krafts support the medical institutions here in town, but community health centers, educational institutions, and other nonprofits as well. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome another member of that family to the podium. He is a dear friend of mine. He is also Jonathan's father. He needs no introduction in this community, but he has a surprise announcement he would like to make, and so please help me welcome Robert Kraft to the podium.
Thank you for letting me crash this event. It's my first time, and it's truly inspirational. I'll try to be very brief, but share a personal story with you all. A couple of months ago, my eldest son, Jonathan, celebrated a milestone birthday, and I wanted to do something very special for him. But once your kids get to a certain age, it's kind of hard to get them anything that's meaningful. And so if I were to ask him what I wanted to do, I know that he would have been embarrassed and said no, so I didn't ask him. I know how important MGH is to Jonathan and Patty. As you've heard, they've chaired this the last 4 years. Jonathan's been a trustee here since 2010. So I decided to make an endowment to support an annual award in Jonathan's name in celebration of his 50th birthday. The first two awards will be for $50,000 each. And what better place than this 100 event to announce that there'll be a Jonathan A. Kraft Award made in perpetuity for $100,000 annually. He's ticked. He's giving me that look. Tell him it's okay. Hopefully the people who receive this award will share Jonathan's attributes. They should promote teamwork and collaboration. They should be visionaries. You saw his passion and how he spoke here. He's making me look good all the time because of that, you can see. But we're concerned that these doctors who get this award are on the cutting edge of technology. They should respect innovation and constantly seek ways to make improvements. And they should be tireless workers who will persevere to bring the eradication of cancer. So it's now my pleasure not only to announce that we've been privileged to be able to make this endowment in his name, that hopefully will fund generations, but to announce who the two recipients are. One is a rising young star who works in the Tamir Center for Targeted Therapies at MGH. His specialty is treating patients with breast cancers that have a specific mutation, P13K. The other one is one of the world leaders in computational biology with appointments at both the Broad Institute and MGH. His specialty is taking large amounts of data and using it to derive specific conclusions, like what genetic mutations in a tumor matter in indicating cancer versus which ones appear to be irrelevant. I understand from Dr. Slavin and Dr. Haber that these two doctors have talked about this project, but we're lacking funding. and I'm pleased that the inaugural Jonathan Kraft Awards will enable them to pursue this important research. With this funding, these two researchers are going to be able to figure out why some patients with this mutation respond better to treatment than others. This will not only enable physician scientists to develop better treatments, but even be more precise in deciding which treatment to give women with breast cancer in order to ensure the best possible outcome. You were introduced to tonight's honorees from one of the videos that played earlier this evening. I would like to invite the first two recipients of the inaugural Jonathan Kraft Awards to stand and be recognized when their names are announced. The first recipient is Dr. Dan Urich from the Mass General Cancer Center. The second recipient is Dr. Gatti Getz from the Broad Institute with a joint appointment at Mass General. Congratulations to you both to being Jonathan Kraft Award winners. It's a great honor for me to have this privilege. I'm sorry I took extra time, but what a special evening, and thank you all for all of you supporting this great event.